Uh, This is part 2 of lecture 2. And in this video, I'm going to solve problems involving trigonometric functions and also um, exponential functions. This is a continuation of those sample problems solved sa part 1. So the next one is this. Evaluate integral of dx over 1 plus e raised to x. So in order to simplify this one, you may want to replace the denominator by u. That's the normal step, that you will take. So let u equal to 1 plus e raised to x. And then differentiate du equals e to the x dx. So your problem now is where to find this one, e to the x, because the numerator only contains dx. We don't have e raised to x. So if you want to push for this one, if you want to continue, this is what will happen. So you replace dx by du. Dx is du over e to the x. And you replace e to the x by u minus 1. From this one, when you solve e to the x, it's u minus 1. And let's try to substitute. Dx replaced by du over u minus 1. This one, no? And then 1 plus e raised to x replaced by u. Now, if this is the case, you cannot solve this one by another substitution. Or you cannot simplify this one by algebraic substitution. So you might think, how will you proceed? How will you integrate this one? Okay. And this requires an integration technique, which will be discussed a few lectures after this one. Okay. We'll just go back to this problem now. Once we will discuss that appropriate integration technique. So for now, let us find a way na we can evaluate this one. Okay. So, uh, again, if this will be u 1 plus e raised to x, your du will contain e raised to x dx. So, the problem now is how are we going to simplify this one so that e to the x will appear on the numerator? Okay? Oh, that's the problem. So, this one needs creativity. Okay? And sometimes it's a result of one, the countless number of problems that you're able to solve similar to this one. Para so that it will give you an idea, okay, how to simplify this one so that you will have e to the x numerator. So this is what you're going to do. Now, take note na the terms inside the parenthesis will just result to 1. Ba? 1 lang siya. Similar to this one. But by doing this, we can group this one into this one. Eh? Na-group na to. 1 plus e to the x, na-separate na to ang e to the x. So, what happens is this. Makancel eh. And then for this one, okay na. because we already have e to the x dx numerator. So we can use this substitution u equal to 1 plus e to the x and du equals e to the x dx. So the next step is this integral of dx minus this one. So you replace this one by du and then replace by u. And logarithmic ba? It's x minus ln u plus c. And then replace u by 1 plus e to the x. So final answer is this. X minus ln of 1 plus e to the x dx. So if we try to recall first part 1, the difficult part integration by substitution is converting the integrand to standard form. And along the way, pag i-push mo, okay, it will require integration technique. But by creating this one, and na-simplify ang integrand, and this is the result. And so now we will discuss trigonometric functions. So we have three basic, six basic trigonometric functions or basic integrals. And okay, you can recall this one sa differential calculus because the derivative of sine is cosine. Therefore, the integral of cosine is sine. And integral of sine is negative because the derivative of cosine is negative sine x. Okay, this one, the derivative of tangent, we all know that it is secant squared. And the derivative of cotangent is negative cosecant squared. So inverse operation lang. And then the derivative of secant is secant tangent. And then the derivative of cosecant is negative cosecant cotangent. So in case you forget the integrals, just recall the basic derivatives. For the other forms, this one. Integral of tangent x dx is ln of secant x plus c. Because we don't have a basic trigonometric function in which the derivative is tangent. So this is not a basic form. Now, and therefore, the integral of tangent, which is ln secant x, is a result of a substitution. Okay. Let's try to prove this one. Let's prove that the integral of tangent x is ln of secant x. We all know that tangent x is, or tangent function is sine over cosine. So we'll replace tangent x by sine x over cosine x. And we'll use the u substitution. So, okay, let u equal to cosine x. Why cosine x and not sine x? Because if you will use sine x, derivative sa sine x is cosine x dx. But our cosine is denominator, man. So, it's not good. Instead, we'll use cosine x. So that when we differentiate u, the result is negative sine x dx. So sine x dx, same lang numerator. So this is what will happen. Sin x dx is negative du over cosine xu. And integral of du over u is ln u, but we have negative sign, so negative ln of u. Now, sa algebra, properties of logarithms, coefficient of negative 1, a coefficient can be written as exponent. So, negative ln u can be written as ln of u raised to negative 1. Okay. You can review your properties of logarithm. Okay. Okay. So, if you want to prove it yourself, I'll give you an example. Like 3 ln 2 is just the same as ln of 2 cube or ln of 8. So 3 is written as exponent of 2. So from coefficient, it is now an exponent of 2. So 3 ln 2 is the same as ln of 2 cube or ln of 8. They all have the same answer. So go back to this. Negative ln u is the same as ln of u raised to negative 1. And to make the exponent positive, then you'll change it to ln of 1 over u. And since our u is cosine x, we have ln of 1 over cosine x plus c. And this is a reciprocal function. The reciprocal of cosine is secant. It's a technique that I personally use, that for reciprocal functions, the initial must not be the same. Like the basic ones are sine, cosine, and tangent. So the reciprocal, the other three trigonometric functions, secant, cosecant, and cotangent. But since tangent is paired with cotangent, then what remains are secant and cosecant. So since the initial is c, the reciprocal is not c cosecant, instead it's is secant. Same also pag sine, 1 over sine, the initial is s, then the reciprocal identity is c, which is cosecant. So for this one, it's secant. So, okay na. And the other forms also, you have this one. And again, you can use substitution to prove this one. Or you can just memorize. So every time you will encounter these forms, these are the antiderivatives. Example number 7. Evaluate the integral of 2 plus 3 cosine x all over sine squared x dx. Okay, so one technique is you separate the numerator. Since we only have one denominator, we can distribute this one to the two terms of the numerator. And we can simplify this one as this. Okay. And then from here, uh, constant will be placed before the integral, and the result, what is left is 1 over sine squared. And again, the reciprocal of sine with initial s must start with c. So cosecant squared x dx. And then 3 placed before the integral cosine x over sine x. For this one, we will use the U substitution. So, simplify ito. Okay. Let's denote this one as A. So A is this 3 integral of cosine x over sine squared x dx. So our U sine x. Okay. So I have explained this one why denominators are so that when you differentiate, part of the derivative should be in the numerator. Okay. So this will result to 3 integral of du cosine x dx is du over u squared. And this is just power rule. Okay. Transfer u sa numerator and the exponent becomes negative. And use power rule. And you will have this. 3 over negative 3. U raised to negative 1. Bring it back sa denominator. U na lang. Okay. And i-replace nito there. And so we have this. Negative, because the integral of cosecant squared is negative cotangent. Oh. From the basic formula, basic trigonometric functions, the integral of cosecant squared x is negative cotangent x. And then the integral of A, this one, negative 3 over u. Our u is sine x. Yeah, this one. And then you get the reciprocal of sine. Sine. Reciprocal of sine is man, so C siya. That is cosecant. And this is the final answer. And you also have this one. Integral of 1 plus sine x over 1 minus sine x dx. Now, if you will let 1 minus sine x be your u, mag-u your du will contain cosine x. But then our numerator doesn't have cosine x. Ba? So you might think that we will modify this one so that if we will let this one as our u, we can have cosine x numerator. Okay. So, the usual technique is to make the denominator a difference of 2 squares. So how do we do it? We will multiply this function by 1 plus sine x. So that the purpose is, if we multiply 1 minus sine x by 1 plus sine x, the result is difference of 2 squares. 1 minus cosines, 1 minus sine squared x. And from trigonometric identities, 1 minus sine squared x is actually cosine squared x. Ba? Cosine squared x. So ano siya? 1 plus sine x times 1 plus sine x is this one. And then 1 minus sine squared x is cosine squared x. And so we have this. Expand the numerator. See the expansion. And with a single term of the denominator, we can separate the 3 terms. Like this one. 1 over cosine, reciprocal sa C is so secant squared. And then 2 integral of sine x over cosine squared x. And then integral of sine squared over cosine squared. Sine over cosine is tangent. So we have this one. Now, this is standard form. Tangent squared, wala. But we can modify this one. We can use identities. For this one, basic substitutions trigonometric function. Let u be equal to cosine x and then du negative sine x dx. Okay. While for this one, we can use the identity tangent squared x plus 1 is equal to secant squared x. Okay, so this is the result. And we are now ready to substitute this one by u. And then tangent squared is actually secant squared x minus 1. So this is the result. Integral of secant squared x is tangent x plus 2 sin x dx is actually negative du over u squared cosine x, and then tangent squared x replaced by secant squared x minus 1. And then negative plus a minus 2, u squared transferred sa numerator becomes u raised to negative 2. And then integral of secant squared minus integral of dx. And again, integral of secant squared x dx is actually tangent x. And then use power rule, and we have this. So negative 2 over negative 1, that's positive 2. But then you raise to negative 1, transfer to the denominator, this term becomes 2 over u. And then combine tangent x, we have this. 2 tangent x plus 2 over u. Our u is cosine x. And then reciprocal of cosine is yeah, secant. And then for these two terms, you factor out 2. And this is the final answer. Okay. So, same also with the other functions, algebraic, exponential, and then this one, trigonometric functions. The main problem is really on converting the original integrand to standard form. And since trigonometric ang function, we normally use trigonometric identities in order to simplify the integrand or convert the integrand that will fit the standard trigonometric forms. So I hope that you have learned something. Thank you for watching.